Polyester is also similar like a chain structure, and it is also having some basic units such as previously I have said for rayon. And now when we see that this polyester is more advantageous while compared to the other materials because it is wrinkle free. That means if at all you take polyester clothes which are made up of sarees, shirts and etc., you will be observing that these polyester made clothes will not be wrinkled. That means it will not be getting foldings, and it is very easy to wear and it is very adaptable. Availability is very more for these polyester clothes, and they are cheap when compared to the other natural synthetic fibers, and these are very shiny while compared to the other clothes. That's why most of the people will be preferring for polyester clothes because these are mostly useful at night time, because at the daytime during summer you will not be preferring these polyester clothes because they will be absorbing more heat, and by that the heat will be generated in the body and it will be like something, it is sharpening on your body like that. You will be irritated very fastly by wearing polyester during the hot summer times. So these are mostly preferable while doing the swimming and also at midnight. Night times it is good. And now let us see this polyester. What type of things are made up of this polyester? It is just all the parachutes. If you take parachutes, ropes, cloths, shelters, and many other materials are made up of this polyester. And these are very strong, and even these are very strong, as that means they are more strong than the steel wires also. That is steel wire is a little stronger that we can't even pull it, but these are more stronger than the steel materials and steel metals. Now let us see another one, that is terracotta. What do you mean by terracotta? Terracotta is a composition of nothing but terline and cotton. Terline and cotton. Terline is a man-made fiber. Cotton is a natural fiber. That is a mixture of both man-made and natural fibers will lead to the formation of terracotta. And this is also one type of polyester. And these polyesters are major sources of polymers. And polycot, polywool. Polycot means it's a mixture of polymer, one polymer and cotton. And polywool is a mixture of polymer and one wool. Now let us see the definition of PET. What do you mean by PET? PET is mostly used in say clothes, sugars in order to get them shiny. And this PET is known as polyethylene terephthalate. That means polyethylene terephthalate is the definition of PET, and this is the most important polymer and it acts as a chain-like structure. Now this is used for making water bottles, plastic utensils. You will be observing plates, glasses, water bottles, and all those things are made up of this PET material. Okay, and parachutes, even those are made up of this PET. Now let us see the another type of synthetic fiber, that is acrylic. What do you mean by acrylic? Acrylic is the man-made fiber which is similar to the wool. Previously I have said rayon and nylon are similar to the silk, and they are said to be rayon and nylon as the artificial silks. While compared to this acrylic, this is known as the artificial wool, because this is artificial wool because it is similar to the natural wool, and it is very cheap when compared to the natural wool, and it is discovered by the scientist known as DuPont in 1950. And this has been dyed colors, and we can form wool clothes, wool shirts, sweaters, rugs and everything with this help of acrylic, and this can be in different colors, and it is very cheap and very availability is also more. And let us see the characteristics of these fibers. What these synthetic fibers have, the advantages and the properties of these. Mostly these synthetic fibers has most advantages, that is they are very cheap and they are very strong, and they can be manufactured very easily at multiple things, and also more duration, that is durability is high and availability is also very high. Now let us see this advantage of this acrylic is they can be molded, right? And let us see the definition of the plastic. From here, at this point you have learned about the synthetic affected, and we should maintain the global warming conditions also, and we have to maintain the pollution effects also. So in order to keep these natural phenomena and all the natural environmental conditions in your mind, what I suggest is don't use the polyester bags, that is sorry, these plastic bags, because these plastic covers they take around thousands of years in order to degradable in the soil. This is the very disadvantages of making use of this plastic, and so we have to use that means we have to control our mindset in order to use these jute bags and the wool and cotton bags and all those things for our daily purpose thing. And only this plastic is the one which takes many years in order to degradable in the land. Okay. Now let us see this. The properties of this plastic are, there are two types of plastics, that is linear arrangement and cross-linked arrangements. The linear arrangements are in such a way that is there will be the structures will be in a straight line manner, whereas in cross-linked there will be a cross-linked chain between two units. That is, see here this is the cross-linked arrangement. These are the two types of arrangements, and mostly we use in toys, in carry bags and all, in bottles, in everything we will be using this plastic as an essential one. Now plastic is made up of polyethylene, that is polyethylene, and the plastic has a very less, that means what I mean to say is plastic has more advantages, but that is they can be partially made up of, and we can use partially and we can use it as our wish, but the rest what we have to remind is the degradability or the decomposition of this plastic. Okay, let us discuss regarding the types of plastics. We have seen plastics are of two types, that is linear and cross-linked. That is, linear is which is having the direct links of units, that is, assume this is as the basic unit of the plastic, and it will be in a straight line form or straight line chain form, it will be, that is known as linear. And while coming to cross-linked, it is as cross-linked, that is on four sides of the unit it is connected with other units, that is said to be as cross-linked structure of the plastics. These two are the structures we have studied them in detail in previous classes. Now let us see the types of plastics, that is types of plastics consists of two types, that are thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. What do you mean by thermoplastics? The plastics on heating will change their shape, that means they are deformed into some other shapes by heating. That is, for example, let us take water bottles, plastic water bottles. If you pour hot water into it, you will be observing that it is changing its shape, that means it is melting up, right, because of higher temperature water has kept in it. So this type of plastics where they can be deformed easily on heating are said to be as thermoplastics, and they can be changed or they can be bent easily. The examples of thermoplastics are PVC and polythene. PVC and polythene plays a major role for this, because if you observe polythene covers and also polythene bags or polythene bottles, utensils, plates, anything if you take, toys, polythene toys, PVC toys, you will be observing mostly, that is China made toys. If at all they are exposed to heat, higher temperatures, they will be changing or they will be deformed into some other shapes, and that is the reason, that is a property, inbuilt property of the plastics. Therefore we can say those plastics as thermoplastics. Now let us see the second point, that is thermosetting plastics. What do you mean by thermosetting plastics? For example, let us take chairs, right? They have a particular structure, right? They are already shaped into some shape. Now they can't be again rechanged, that means they are not reshaped again. That is what thermosetting plastics. What do you mean by thermosetting plastics? For example, let us take bakelite, right? You will be making the bakelite switches. The switches if you take, they are not changed with high temperatures. That means the shape will be remained as it is, even though they are exposed to high temperatures or high heating water. That is, for example, let us take another example such the object shape is settled. That means it cannot be rechanged or deformed to other shape by higher temperatures also. Now the examples for this is, let us take shapes, right? Shapes which are having strong strength and strong shapes. For example, let us take switches, and even in aeroplanes also you will be making some machinery equipments with the help of this bakelite and melamine. Melamine is a very important